she posted a pic up with my man on Facebook. This man faked a heart attack just so I can take him back. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a crazy story time. Yes, another one. If you're new here and you don't know, now you know. My story times are insane. I don't even know where to start with this video, but all I know is like go get some popcorn. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you won't miss when I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. Oh my god, this story, I never thought I would be telling this story. I'm going to be telling you guys a story time of like the craziest ex I've ever had. So it all started in high school. Of course, I feel like high school was like where you go through the most traumatic times of your life. So basically, where to even start? So it all started in like 9th grade or 10th grade, somewhere around there. I had this class, and this boy kept coming into my classroom every day trying to make himself known, obviously, and all the other girls were like, oh my god, he's so cute, oh my god, I want him, da da da. And I'm just like, he alright, basically. So fast forward, eventually he like came at me and wanted to talk to me, asked for my number, blah 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 blah. And so I'm like, hold up, how old are you, what grade you in? Because at that time, and not even at that time, even now, I only like older guys. Like, not to say old like a sugar daddy, but like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 years older than me. Not in my same grade, like not in my same year, because like no, my class is just so immature. So like no, I like older. Hence why I was a freshman and Zay was a senior. But anyway, fast forward. So I'm asking him like, how old are you? What grade you in? Da da da. I guess he knew like I only like older guys. So he said, I'm a senior. So I'm like, I'm a freshman, about to get me a senior. Like I was feeling it. I was hyped, especially because like every girl wanted him, and it's like he came for me. So it was kind of like, you know, I'm up there basically. So fast forward. Some weeks, months go on, you know, little kitty relationships. You get together in like 4 weeks or whatever. So he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I'm like, sure, whatever. So if y'all remember back then when you used to ask people for like their Facebook passwords or whatever, so you can like girlfriend hacking, da da da. So I asked him for his Facebook password, and he's like, I don't remember it. And I'm like, bruh, come on. So he's like, I don't remember, like, da da da. And I'm like, then change it and tell me your new password. I was being kind of psycho then, but anyway. I'm like, change your Facebook password, give me the codes, you know, like I want to hack your Facebook. Like I wasn't even thinking about going in his inbox, trust me. I was literally just doing it just to do like the whole hacking my boyfriend Facebook, da da da. And I would have gave him my password with no problem if he asked. But anyway. He writes down a code on a piece of paper, and he's like, this is my password. So I'm in class at this time, so I'm guessing like he wasn't expecting me to want to go through his Facebook right then and there. Like he probably thought like, oh, she'll probably go like get on my Facebook when she goes home. But no, honey, I went on his Facebook right then and there, or tried to go on his Facebook, and guess what? Wrong password, biggest day. I'm like, how did you get the wrong password? If you just reactivated your, like if you just changed your password, how's it wrong? You literally just changed it 2 seconds ago. So I'm like, hold up. So I try to put it in again, like maybe I messed up. Wrong password, tried uppercase, wrong password. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I text him, I'm like, this is the wrong password, da 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 da. And he's like, it is, and stuff. And I'm like, you know this was the wrong password. Like, don't act stupid. And he really was acting stupid. He was like, I just changed it. Like, that's the right password. That's the right password. Me, smart, I'm like, this nigga is lying. So I make up anything, and guess what? I figured out his password. So I log in, and I'm like, first of all, mind you guys, the password was nothing compared to the one he wrote down. I think I did like his birthday, 1234, something like that. You know, boys have the stupidest passwords. It was like his birthday, 1234 or something like that. And I don't know what password he gave me. It was like football or something like that. It was something stupid and nowhere near compared to what his password really was. So he knew what he was doing. So I log in and I'm like, yo, like he really lied to me, but I already got access to it anyway. So I go on his Facebook. And now I'm like, since he's lying and playing games about his password, clearly he has something to hide. So I checked that inbox. Sis, he had every girl in his inbox. Like,
hey boo, when I'm gonna see you again? It was so fun last night.
Like just saying all of this stuff. And I'm like, he's cheating on me. Like, we've been together for like 2 days, but still, like, he's cheating on me. So I snap on him. Like, I'm not one of those girls who, even to this day, like, if I see something, I'm going to confront you. I'm not about to be like, like, no. I'm going to say something. If I see something, you see my bun moving, if I see something, I'm going to confront you. Do not play with me. I confront him, and he's like, that wasn't me. Bruh. What do you mean it wasn't you? Like, this is your Facebook. So he's like, my cousin be on my Facebook. We share Facebook. Nobody shares Facebook, especially in our generation. Like, technology, Facebook, social media was like big at this time, like really getting like up there. Nobody shared on Facebook. Like, everybody had their own pages. And how you guys sharing a Facebook with all of your profile pictures, all of your pictures, and he's coming at girls through your pics? Like, that's creepy. At first of all, that's weird. Second of all, we all teenagers, old enough, grown, or think we grown. Nobody's sharing no Facebook. So I'm like, boy, bye. You're lying. It's early. Deuces. Let me get out the game. We're done breaking up with you. Like, you're a cheater. All this stuff, basically. So he has his aunt call me, like, let's just say his name is Bert. I don't know why I just picked up anyway. So he has his aunt call me. She's like, Bert would never. He's faithful. He's talk about you all the time to the family. Everybody know about you. He would never Yes, his cousin really does have his Facebook, like an aunt, grown lady, 35 something, literally on the phone defending this man and saying like all the stuff basically that he was telling me. It was true. His cousin has Facebook passwords. His cousin just got out of jail or something. Just basically made up this whole entire thing. None of it was true. But at that point, I'm like, why would this grown lady have anything to lie to me about? Like, she's grown. She's like 35. So she's like, could be my mom. So I wasn't thinking no grown lady was going to feed into some high school boyfriend, girlfriend stuff and lie. So I believed him. Took him back. We back together, blah, 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 blah. As the weeks, months go on, I still catch him doing little stuff like that. To be honest, you cute, DM me, or whatever. Like, little like flirting stuff he was doing, and we argued. I broke up with him, and like, I had that problem so much with him, and it was like honestly ridiculous why I even say it. But of course, I'm young, dumb. This is like my first real relationship, so I wasn't really being smart about any of the decisions I was making at all. So fast forward, I'm like, you either gonna stop flirting with these girls or I'm done. So he finally was done for a little bit of time anyway, because you know, niggas is for the streets. He was done for a little bit of time, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to meet like my mom or whatever. Like, let's bring you home. You seem like a good candidate. So he comes over to my mom's. My mom, I think, made us like lasagna or something. She cooked or whatever. And my mom's like, how are you? Ask him all these questions. And he's like, he's telling all types of stories. Like, he was a twin. Him and his twin, it was switched at birth. His mom was stressed out, so she had to give one away. She really wanted both of them, but then his twin died. And then he kind of switched it up. It's like, no, my twin didn't die, but I do have a brother that died, but I have a twin. Like, he was just making up all this stuff. And at that time, me and my mom and my stepdad was there too. We're just like, yo, like, that's crazy. Like, you were switched at birth, like, da da da. Just like, when I switched at birth, but separated at birth, basically. Like, yo, you have a twin. Like, when did you get reconnected with your twin? Because they were reconnected, his twin, supposedly. And I'm like, when did y'all get reconnected? Like, just ask him all this stuff, because we were like, yo, like, you only see this on Lifetime movies. Like, we never seen, like, you don't hear twins being separated. Like, that's movie stuff. So we're like shocked, feel bad for him. He's telling us about his dead brother, and all of this stuff. So fast forward, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he's been through so much. I'm liking him even more, because I'm like, yo, like, he has been through some stuff. So fast forward, his twin posted on Facebook, like, yo, my birthday in like 5 days, da 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 da. And I'm like, your birthday in 5 days? But Bert's birthday is in like 15 days. So I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how are you born this day and your twin is born 2 weeks later? That's not what twins are. Like, that doesn't add up. Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, maybe there's one day, because maybe one was born at 11:59, one was born at midnight. So it's like, your birthday is the 15th, you're the 16th. Now that I'll get. But 2 weeks apart, that's not twins. So I'm so confused, and I'm like, I thought you said y'all was twins. He like, oh, I don't know why he put that. He lying, da da da. Our birthday is this day. So I'm like, okay. Again, I thought that was weird, but I just ignored it, didn't think anything of it. Then, just one day, I just randomly just wanted to ask the twin for myself, because I'm like, this don't make no sense. So, I asked the twin, I'm like, so y'all twins or whatever? Like, when's your birthday? Like, I'm so confused. So the twin like, what? We not twins. And I'm like, so you're telling me you guys aren't related? He's like, no, I don't even, like, I just met him like 2 years ago. So I'm like, bruh, like, you just made up this whole sob story to me and my mom about you having a twin and y'all separated at birth, and you don't even have a twin? I'm just like, yo, like, this man is sick. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, what was the point of lying? And of course, I'm even dumber for still being with this man. So, or boy, because he wasn't even a man. And so, yeah, I'm like, I just ignored that again. Like, I was so dumb. Like, I wish I can go back and be like, girl, you're dumb, sis. Like, what were you doing? But yeah, so, I just ignored it again. I'm like, maybe he just was trying to impress my mom and me. Like, I don't know. I just kept making up every excuse in the book for him. This one day we were on a bus, and he had his school ID in his back pocket. And I don't know if you guys know, or if it varies from different states, but like, our school IDs have our date of births on them and like our full names and everything. So his school ID had 1997, or no, it had 1998. And I'm like, 1998? That's the year I was born. So remember, in the beginning, I said he told me he was a senior. So his ID said 1998, which means you're not no senior. Because if I'm a freshman, there's no way you're a senior at 1998. Like, that, it just don't make, it does not make sense. Like, so you're 15, however old I was, 15, 16 years old in 12th grade. Like, that just don't make any sense. So I see his ID with the year, same year I was born. I don't know if it was 97, 98, or something around there, but either way, it was nowhere near the date a senior should have been. So I'm like, why does your ID say like 1998 or whatever? And he's like, oh, the people made a mistake. When they printed out my ID, they typed the wrong thing, and I just never went back to get it. So that sounds like a reasonable lie. Like, again, I'm stupid. I believed him. I thought he was telling the truth because it made sense. Basically, I'm like, oh, like the office printed out the wrong ID. But then I kept saying, like, why didn't you like go get a new ID? What was the point of you keeping the same ID with the wrong date on it of your birthday? Like, that don't like make any sense. So I'm like, why would you even want to be younger than what you are, basically? So he's like, I don't really care. Like, it's not that deep. It's the ID. Like, it's just a date. Like, who cares? Da, da, da. So I just believed him. So I'm like, oh, he's a senior. He probably on just some cool stuff. Like, he know he older. So, like, there's no point to really trip about a mistake in, like, the typing. I had to get the big baby. Anyway, as I was saying, what part was I in? Fast forward, he's all playing all cool. Like, I don't really care about my ID, like it's just a date, blah, 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 blah. So I so happened to work for the like office. It was like some extra credit or something like that. And I was working in the office and I was talking to one of the ladies. I was really cool with her. And I'm just like, is it possible for you guys to like mess up a date, like misspell it or like type in the wrong thing? Like, is that an error? And she was like, no, that's impossible because we don't type it. It's like an automatic thing. So once we put your name in, all your information automatically comes up and we just click print and your like ID basically gets printed. It's not nothing that we physically type. So I'm like, so there's no way that if somebody's birthday is basically wrong on their ID, like that's not possible. She was like, no, like that's impossible. That doesn't make any sense. When we issue IDs, we double check anyway. So even if that was the case, another ID would have been printed automatically right after that. So I'm like, this boy really made up this lie about his damn ID. So I still did not believe the office people. So I'm like, I need proof. So I asked the teacher. So remember, he kept coming into my classroom because he was really cool with that teacher that I had at the time. So I just asked him, I'm like, how old is Bert? Like, because I know he had to know. So I'm like, how old is Bert? And he's like, I think he's like 16 maybe. And I'm like, 16. So I'm like, so he's not a senior? And he started laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? He was like, is that what he told you? And I'm like, yeah, he said he was a senior. He was like, honey, I just had him last year and this is a freshman class. Like, he's a sophomore. So I'm like, so he's not a senior. Like, I'm still stuck on the fact that he told me he was a senior and that he was born at this time. But all of it was a lie. So it was like, are you kidding me? So basically, so fast forward, I confront him again and I'm like, why are you lying? Like, how old are you? What grade are you in? Like, you're being weird. Like, why do you keep on making up all of these lies for no reason? So finally he admits, like, yeah, I'm this and that. I just wanted to impress you. I wanted you to think I was older and mature because I know that you like older boys and stuff like that. So of course, me being dumb, I take him back. So I'm like, oh, like that's cute. Like, you were trying to impress me, being the stupidest girl. Like, oh my God, if you're young in high school and you're watching this, please do not do things that I'm doing, like, or that I did. It was literally like, how dumb could I possibly have been? Pretty dumb. Anyway, at this point, I'm starting to get fed up with all his lies, all these made up stories, all like this drama with him. Like, it was just too much like going on. So I finally call it quits for like the first time. And I'm like serious calling it quits. Like, take him out my Facebook bio, like basically walking past him in the hallways, like block his number. Like, I'm done at this point because I'm like, you're sick. There's no way you're gonna keep lying and making up all these stories. This part is y'all gonna just lose your minds, literally. This man faked a heart attack just so I can take him back. Who does that? He literally, okay. So every time I decided to break up with him and leave him, block him, and be like, I'm done, he'll be like, oh, my chest, I can't breathe. Oh my God. Like, literally falling out, having this whole dramatic scene. Everybody's running from the classrooms into the hallway. Like, oh my God, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? And of course, the first time I'm like, oh my gosh, please, please stop. Like, I'll take you back. I forgive you. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I thought I really was giving this man a heart attack. And the whole time he was faking, like literally. So he did that, I don't even know how many times he did that before I finally was like, bro, get up, you're not having a heart attack. Like and then I noticed the pattern. So like, I'll take him back, we'll argue or something. A few weeks later, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, I'm having a heart attack. Then I'm like, oh my God, do you want to go to the hospital? So I'm all finding myself trying to like care for him. Are you eating my hair? I'm finding myself like trying to care for him because I'm like, he's having a heart attack, he's in pain, like, do you need help? And I'm like, oh, like, I'll help you, come here. I'm holding him all in my arms and stuff on the ground because I'm thinking this man is really having a heart attack. And I did that several times. Like, I don't know how many times I did that. Like, people in the school used to call him heart attack, like literally call him heart attack because he did that every single time. So basically, fast forward, this one day, this is when I was just completely like, okay, you're just a weirdo. So this one day we're outside and I'm breaking up with him again because I went through his phone, seen him texting some girls, being for the streets like these niggas do. And I was like, I'm done. Like, he's literally like, please, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, I'm having a heart attack. So he falls out on the cement ground, like literally cement outside concrete, falls out, having this whole like episode on the cement, like bang his head and everything. And I'm like, bruh, everybody like, oh my gosh, why are you just standing there? You're his girlfriend. Like, what is wrong with you? You're the worst girlfriend ever. And I'm like, honey, he's faking. There's nothing wrong with him. He only has these heart attack problems when I'm breaking up with him. And at first I didn't notice it. I just thought it was because I was stressing him out. But it was basically because he was trying to get me to like love him again or give him some attention because I was leaving and he didn't want me to leave. So I noticed that's why he was having the little heart attacks. It wasn't because I was stressing him out or just it was a coincidence. He was doing it because he did not want me to really leave. So I'm like, bruh, you're not having a heart attack. So I literally really walked away. And of course, he all of a sudden gets up, chasing me down the street, like, where are you going? Please talk to me, stuff like that. I thought you were just having a heart attack. Like, that makes no sense. So, again, he writes me, on my throat. So he writes me these long paragraphs saying
he's sorry about all the lies. He would never lie to me again. He's ready to change. Don't let all these months go to waste. We built something.
Just saying all types of stuff. So guess what I did? I took him back again. So basically took him back, Fast forward. This one day he wasn't in school. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you not in school? So I'm texting him. He texts me back, but he texts me back really, really, really slow. So I'm like, this is not like him. Like, he texts like this. And especially if you're not in school and you're not in class, there's no reason for you to be texting slow anyway. So like, if you home, you should be texting top speed. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, why aren't you texting back? Like, what, you cheating on me? Da da da. So he's like, no, I'm just at the mall with my friend. First of all, he's skipping school. So he's like, I'm at the mall with my friend and all this stuff. So knowing me, gadget, on my laptop, on the computer, on my phone, wherever I was looking, on Facebook. And I don't know how I found this. Like, I don't know if I was looking through his likes or his comments. It was just something, and I found this girl. I wonder if I should insert this stuff. So yeah, so I'm texting him like, why are you texting so slow? Like, what are you doing? Like, if you're not in school, you're at the mall, you have free time. Why are you texting me every hour? Like, I'm like, what is going on? So I'm looking through his Facebook, and I noticed like this girl is in his comments a lot, in his likes. He's in her likes. So I go to her page and I see I can't wait for Bert to come over again. So I'm looking at the date, and this was a week ago. So I'm like, come over again. Not only, so he's not even on the Facebook flirting anymore. He's actually going to see these girls at this point. So he's cheating. So I text him and first I call him and I'm like, so you cheating on me? You going to see a girl? I know you with a girl, da 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 da. He hangs up the phone. I call back. Why are you hanging up the phone? Da 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 da, just snapping. And then I hear a girl in the back. Who is that? I almost lost my mind. And I'm blowing him up. He's not answering now. Call him. He's not answering. I'm texting him, no text back. So I'm just like, let me go back on Facebook to reread what this girl said, so I know I'm not tripping. So as I'm going to reread, like the whole timeline refreshes, and I see a picture. She posted a pic up with my man on Facebook in the bathroom, tank top on, because that means something just got finished going down. Not only were you begging for me back after I tried to leave you, you go out and cheat. And then you don't even have a proper side chick because she's posting up with you. So now you're caught. And I have the pictures, I have the proof, so there's no way you could possibly lie. So this is the kicker. I send him the screenshots and said, first of all, the girl is horrible, and I'm not saying that just to say it. Anyway, so I send him the pictures, and I'm like, so you gonna lie now? Here's the proof. He said, that ain't me. He told me those pictures were not him, they were photoshopped. How could a person possibly think of this? Of so much, how can you think of all these lies like this, back to back to back? How do you come up with stuff? He said it was not him. The picture was photoshopped. I know what you look like. And that picture was not photoshopped. You were with her. So I'm confused. So at that point, I'm done. I was done. If you want to go ahead and cheat and all of this stuff, and then go ahead, my baby looking at me like, what are you talking about, Mom? If you want to go ahead and cheat and do all that, bye. I'm done. And that's exactly what I was, done. I don't know what made me take him back after that. Because I did one last time before I was truly done. But I took him back one last time. And I don't know why. I can't remember what it was. So I think I didn't feel like starting over for some reason. Because this was maybe 9 months, 10 months, almost a year that I've been dealing with him. So I really didn't feel like starting over. I think that's what it was. So I'm just like, okay, it was one time. You just went to see her. You didn't have sex. Because that's what he claimed. He didn't have sex with her. I'm pretty sure he did. But me being gullible and dumb, took him back once more. After that, I take him back. Things was fine for a week. No problems or nothing. And then for some reason, I don't know, I'm just at home, laying in my bed, and I'm like, let me just check his kick. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why, I thought to do it. I'm not, I have no clue what was the point of me checking his kick. But I guess it was just something deep down that was sis, he's cheating on you again. Check his kick. So I logged into his kick. I don't know how I knew the password. I think his password is probably the same for everything. So I logged in somehow. So I log into the kick, and I don't see any messages because if you guys remember, kick, once you log in, log out, everything deletes the whole thread. So I didn't see anything. So I just went to his block list. And I see one girl on the block list. And I'm just thinking why is she on block? What did she do to you that she deserves to be put on block? So I unblock her. And I unblocked her, and I'm like, let's see what type of relationship this is. Because if I say, hey, boo, and if this girl responds, hey, babe, or something, that means you're talking to her. And if I say, hey, boo, and it's really your sis, she gonna be like, bro, what? So I wanted to see what the vibes was. So that's exactly what I did. I text, hey, boo. She she texts back and was like, babe, where have you been? I haven't talked to you all day. Babe, where have you been? So once again, cheating. So I'm like, okay, calling her babe. So let me just see how far this conversation can go. So I'm finishing texting, blah 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 blah, going back and forth. I'm acting like him, texting her like, "What you doing? How was your day?" She was like, "I miss you. I can't wait to see you again." See you again? So this is not just flirting text. You are seeing this girl in person behind my back. Side note: we text every day, back to back, 24/7 on the phone, falling asleep on the phone. So I had no clue how he even went to do what he was doing, because there was literally like no way in my mind. It's like, how? Where were you? So the only thing I can think of is in school. Like, I was blindsided because while I'm thinking he's in class, he went to go do his business with other girls. And then I'm like, oh, meet me at lunch after all our classes are done. So that's about around like fifth period. So that's from 8 a.m. to like 1, a free gap of me thinking he's in class, but he's really out in the streets doing whatever he was doing, and then came back to school to meet me at lunch. So it made it seem like he was in class all day. So that's why I didn't like notice it. That's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe when I was asleep on the phone, he had me on mute and he was going about his business in the middle of the night. Like, I have no clue like how he did it, when he did it. Like, I truly don't, because I'm telling you, like, we were talking every single day, back to back to back, and on the phone all night, every single day. So it's like, when did you even have time to cheat? Like, that's how you know, like, niggas, like, they gonna do whatever they want to do. Like, regardless, they gonna find a way to cheat. Like, at the end of the day, if you're not the one for them, or if they don't mess with you like that. So anyway, fast forward. I see his kick. I'm going back and forth with the girl, and I'm like, so no, I saved the kick, like her name, so I can add her on my kick and personally talk to her myself, because I know like he was going to like block her or make up something, or probably try to hurry up and text her like, oh, let's lie, let's do this. I don't know. Like, I just was like, let me, before he think I'm crazy or before I don't have any proof, let me go to my kick. So I log into my kick, I type her little name in, text her, and I'm like, yo. She's like, who's this? What's up? Da da da. And I'm like, so you talking to my boyfriend? What's going on? Who are you? How long has this been going on? She, from the start.
Oh my gosh, no, of course not. We're just friends. Oh, I see you guys in the hallway.
Girl went to my school, by the way. Oh, our school.
I see you guys in the hallway all the time. You guys look so cute together. I would never, like, I can't believe you think that. Like, he's faithful. He talks to me about you all day.
So I'm like, okay. Maybe by him saying, hey, boo, she probably was just, you know, like, sometimes she would be like, hey, boo, like, hey, what's up, babe? Like, girls, I guess. I don't know, because I can't even make an excuse for that. But I clearly, to me, she was putting it like they were just friends, like, and nothing was going on between them. So I let it go. Then, what happened? Then like the next day, randomly, I get a text from her on Kick, and she's like, I lied. I've been having sex with him for this amount of time, blah, 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 blah. Pause. By the way, the reason why he probably was cheating on me so much is because I was a virgin and I was not letting him get any. So that could be the cause of why he was cheating, but he kept on cheating every 5 seconds. So why would I even lose my virginity to you? I was going to, if you're going to be honest. I'll be honest, I was. But every 5 seconds, he kept cheating and we kept breaking up. So I knew for a fact, like, no. I don't want to even give him something this special if he's treating me like this. So I was smart about that, which thank God I was. But yeah, so fast forward, she's like, I was seeing him this time and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, girl, bye. You just told me y'all wasn't. You just trying to make me mad. Like, you just want us to break up because you want him. So I'm just basically defending him, thinking that this girl was just making up all this stuff. But what it was is now she's finally trying to tell me the truth. So basically, I'm like, so what proof do you have? She was like, oh, I deleted our threads. I don't have no screenshots. I don't have no proof. So I'm like, girl, like, you have no proof. You have no call log that y'all be on the phone. Like, I talk to him every day. I don't see him talking to you in the hallways. Like, we walk past you. So what proof do you have? I'm like, you're lying. You just want us to break up and all this stuff. So she's like, all right, girl, then you be dumb since you don't want to believe me. That's on you. But I'm just telling you what it is and all this stuff. So I'm venting to my friends, telling them about like the whole situation, and my one friend was like, ask her what his house looked like. So I'm like, that makes sense. Like, you so-called don't have the screenshots or no proof that y'all even was a thing or talking, then tell me what his house looked like. Since you really went over there and y'all really had sex, now tell me what his house looked like. She described his house from top to bottom, like top to bottom, perfectly. Even the Xbox on the right hand side of the TV, like every knickknack that was on the wall, every knickknack that was on the table, where the kitchen was, what was in the fridge. Like, she was explaining every single detail. Like, she'd been there a few times, because there's no way you've been there once and you had that in your mind. You had to be there multiple times for that to happen. So I'm like shocked at this point. Like, this girl just described his whole house to me. And not only did he cheat on me before and I forgave him, he's doing it again, and it's only been like a week or two. So you just truly don't care at this point. So I was done. Like, block. I don't even think I confronted him or argued or nothing. I think I just blocked him on everything and just moved on with my life. Walked past him in the hallways and all this stuff. So he's starting to catch on. He's like stopping me at the hallways. Why aren't you talking to me? And I'm like, leave me alone. Why are you not talking to me? Like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I have no more energy to argue with you. Like, I do not care. I'm done. Go have your girls. Like, do what you want to do. So at this point, he's harassing me now. Like, banging on my classroom. I'm in the classroom. He's banging on the classroom door. Like, my teachers are like, who is that? Like, what is going on? And I'm so embarrassed, because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're stopping my education. He banged on every classroom door. He followed me home, banging on my like house door, literally just acting crazy because I was not trying to talk to him. And I'm like, I have no more energy to talk, because all you're gonna do is lie or make up some story or just deny every single thing. So I'm like, there's nothing to talk about. And I truly didn't want to talk, because I was so done. Like, I was done. Like, I was done. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I don't care. Leave me alone. Like, and he literally kept banging on classroom doors. I think he got suspended and everything, coming to my house. He was dropping off food in my doorway, text me from unknown numbers, like, check outside. You got food on the steps. I sure did eat the food though. But still, like, how are you this crazy? Come to my house every single day, dropping off food, banging on my classroom door, screaming my name in the hallways, dragging me. Like, I try to get on the bus. He's like stopping me, trying to get in front of me so I won't get on the bus. I try to walk home. He's right behind me, like stalking me like crazy. And I'm like, leave me alone. So this went on for days. And finally, like, the teachers got fed up, so they reported it to like the deans or whoever. We had this whole mediation and blah 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 blah. And the guys asking like, what happened, what's going on, like, what's going on between y'all. Like, a lot of people knew we were together in school, so they're like, what's this, like a little small breakup? And I'm like, there is nothing to talk about, honestly. Can I leave? And stuff like that. They like, no, like, we need to talk about this. This is a mediation. So I'm like, honestly, he cheated on me once again. He's like, no, I didn't, and stuff like that. And I'm like, he cheated with this girl, because the girl was there too, with this girl. She told me everything, like, and I'm just done with him. Like, that's it. And he's not trying to accept that and move on. So he's stalking me and following me around the classrooms and around the hallways, slamming me into lockers, like, just doing all types of stuff. So the man's like, what do you have to say to him? And he's like, I don't know what she talking about. I don't even know this girl. Like, in that girl's face, like, I don't even know you. Why are you lying to my girlfriend? Da da da. The hurt on that girl's face, bruh. Like, her face, like, her whole demeanor just changed. And she was like hurt, because it's like, are you serious? you really gonna lie like that? Like, you could, like, I know that pain, I know that hurt, and she was truly hurt that he sat there and was like, I don't know her, she's lying, I never had no parts with her, we never did nothing. And she was looking like, her hurt from her face, I just knew he was lying. Like, I knew for a fact he was a lie, and I knew for a fact she was definitely telling the truth. Like, I knew she was telling the truth by describing his house, but I knew for a fact right then and there that she was truly telling the truth, because her face told it all. Like, she was truly hurt, like heartbroken almost. Like, are you serious? Like, you really gonna lie like that? Like, her face, I can never forget that. And I'm like, so like that moment right there is like, I just knew I was complete. I've been completely numb, but that confirmed it. Like, nah, like, bye. The mediator was like, we can't keep having you come into classrooms, it's disruptive, we already like suspended you once. So they was like, you guys can't leave together. So basically I had to stay in the little school's office with the cops, like the little cop office thing. Had to stay there for like a whole month, every day after school. Like, I couldn't go straight home. Like, I had to stay in there, wait for the entire school to clear out, wait for like everybody to leave, wait for him to leave. Like, they had to make sure he got on the bus. They had to walk him to the bus. Literally this whole big thing with the cops, because he was like being a true stalker. Like, seriously, calling me from blocked numbers, coming up to my house. Like, he was acting crazy. So yeah, so they're just like, I had to make sure you guys are safe. So the cops had to like walk me to the bus, kept me after school for like extra time. Like, I didn't even get to leave. Like, school ended at 2:55. I didn't even leave till like 4 o'clock because I had to wait and stuff like that. And so yeah, so I was truly done. After that, I was done. Was like, bye, like, see you later. He continued to try to make me jealous, and I was trying to tell him like, I truly just don't care. A few months here and there, he'll hit me up saying, oh, I miss you, I want to be with you, can you forgive me, like, I gave you a break, where are we? There's no where are we, like, we're done. And then I blocked him, but of course I couldn't truly block him because he kept downloading those text-free apps and text me and calling me off of unknown block callers and all this stuff. So I could never truly get rid of him until I got a new boyfriend. And then finally I got a new boyfriend, and he finally left me alone. That's basically that story time of the craziest ex I've ever had. If you guys had some similar stories, comment them down below, because I just want to hear about it. And if you want to hear more story times, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get it to 20 likes. Can we do that? Get this video to 20 likes and I will post another crazy story time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, because what are you doing if you have not already? And I will see all of you guys in my next video.